Go for it.
Hi Bella, it's your mommy, and I'm about 8.5 weeks pregnant with you. You're about 2 weeks.
8.5 months.
8.5 months, yes. And we're expecting you in about 2 weeks, and so we wanted to make a little video for you to show you the first house that you're going to be living in out here in California, and give you a quick tour around so you can see what was happening before you got here. And the first thing I'll point to, this is the last box of Mommy's work stuff ever, because Friday was my last day of work, so Mommy's taking a break from work as a therapist for the time being, which she's very excited about. We are currently in the living room / your daddy's office. And you can see we have our collection of gargoyles and all your father's comic books clearly displayed, as well as the beautiful and lovely Captain America shield.
That's going to be your heirloom, Bella.
You want to introduce yourself?
Hey, Bella. How you doing? I'm your father. Let that take a minute to settle in right now, although you're probably aware of it by the time you're viewing this. But yeah, we are 8.5 months, a couple weeks away from the big day, from when you officially join us in the world, and we're very excited. We got the whole guest room made up for you. It's well, it's technically your room, although you'll be spending the first few weeks and months with us. But we'll take you through and give you a tour of the first house that you ever lived in.
Okay, Dad, you want to take us around?
Okay, well, your mom just showed you my working area. This is our living room right here, where we have our infamous 50-inch plasma screen, flat screen television. Hopefully these are still in style, but Lord knows what they'll have by the time you're old enough to watch this. This is where we do a lot of our downtime, our R&R. And this is our gliding chair, which I constructed myself.
That's
for
right.
You, where we're anticipating a lot of time
rocking
you and soothing you. Hopefully you'll be gentle and easy in that category. These are some of our pictures that your mom and I have taken over the years, including our wedding and our engagement. And that's all my side of the family, which is of course your family. And then that's a wedding picture right there of Chrissy, Nelson, Auntie Casey, Auntie Courts, Uncle Aurelian. And those are your mom's sisters, Aunt Lisa and Aunt Katie.
Alright, so let me get a bigger, closer shot of the glider. So that's where we're going to be rocking you in the next few weeks. And we have a lovely picture that your Aunt Joey painted for us. This is from a watercolor that she painted of the place where your daddy asked me to marry him in Bermuda. See that little tent on the beach? That's where he asked me to marry him.
That's where it all began, honey.
So this is where the journey started. And we have our gargoyles sitting atop all of our 300 and so however many 300 and something DVDs, as well as the other.
She's probably saying DVDs. What are those?
Yeah. And our authentic Viking hat from what is it called?
Helmet.
From our friends over in Norway. Okay. That was my bouquet from the wedding. And some cool statues also from our friends in Norway. Alright, and our big beautiful picture window. Alright.
She's probably bored to death.
I know.
Now.
So should we go outside or should we go?
Do you want to show her?
Alright, we'll go.
Come on this way. We'll give her the exterior shot in a minute.
This is a diaper cake that Daddy's customers made for you.
Some good customers of mine put this together for you. It was a really nice gesture. You can see how professionally done it is, although it's not going to last very long once you arrive.
Because we will be using those diapers.
Keep in mind, Bella, that this tape is also for not only for your information, but also potential blackmail for any boyfriends that you might be bringing home. So you better be good to us, because we've got a little ammunition of our own in case you're not.
Alright, well, first we gotta look at the wall of swords here.
I'm sure you know by now I'm an avid sword collector. This is only part of my collection. The rest is back in New York, but we're going to consolidate when we move to Greenville.
Do you want to point out which sword is what?
This is the sword of Conan's father, which I'm sure you've heard 100 times by now. This is an authentic Viking sword. This is the sword of Aragorn from the Lord of the Rings movies, which I'm sure I made you watch by now. This is Sting, the dagger that Frodo used. And this is Excalibur, the sword of King Arthur, the magical sword that united the Knights of the Round Table and helped to form Camelot. And this is Anduril, also used by Aragorn in Lord of the Rings, which was the sword that cut the ring off the Dark Lord Sauron's finger and ultimately leads to his destruction in the end. Very exciting, I know.
Okay.
And then this is our guest room, but this is sort of where we're going to be spending a lot of time with you. We got this little teddy rug, which you're going to be hanging out on. Very comfortable. We actually have a spare for some reason as well. This is your little bassinet that, again, I constructed for you. Note how involved I am. And let's see, we got your books and your little stuffed animals ready to go.
And my coworker Ellen was sweet enough to make these little bookends for you that say Bella's Books. Very cute. So we got a lot of books here for you already, and then we have a bunch more waiting in Greenville when we move. We also have our bag packed and ready to go to the hospital when you decide to grace us with your presence. And that's Mommy. See how big I am? Woo! Ready to go. Alright, so we have some decorations from my co-workers who gave me a party on Friday. And this is going to be your changing table.
This is where we get down to the nitty-gritty. And this is where the blackmail is going to come into play, because we're both going to be doing a lot of changing of diapers on this table for you to keep you clean and healthy. So,
and your father's very much looking forward to that.
That's going to be great. Just please be gentle. That's all I ask.
So we have some frames ready. We just don't have any pictures of you to put them in them yet. And this is our little tiny half bathroom. It's exciting, I know.
We're going to keep going. Real quick, we're almost done. This is our master bathroom.
Master bath, closet.
I don't think she needs to see the towels. I don't think she cares about that. Or any of this for that matter.
And the tub that we barely ever use.
Okay. Moving along real quick. This is the master bedroom. This is where Mommy and Daddy hang out, watch TV, and which is where you'll be spending a lot of time. We're going to prop you in the bassinet right there, or we may actually have you sleep with us. We haven't quite decided yet.
And Daddy looks at your picture. This is from your first ultrasound.
That's right, that's you, little one.
3D ultrasound at 20 weeks.
20 weeks.
So he looks at this every night.
That's right.
And then there's the snarf picture, which is what Daddy is hoping you will look like, a little bundle of mush.
This is your mother, by the way. This is your mother at 16 years old. How about that, huh? But yeah, we're expecting you to look somewhat like this. Probably somewhat like me, too. Unfortunately, I don't have any baby pictures to show you of myself right now. But, and that was Mom and Dad on their wedding day again. Another family picture there. And this is Snarf. Snarf is a very special character to your mom and dad and I. He was a cartoon character in the 1980s show Thundercats. And soon after your mother and I were dating, I quickly nicknamed her after Snarf because of her whiny tone at times. Snarf was kind of the sidekick, the comic relief for the show. And since I nicknamed your mother Snarf, we nicknamed you the Snarfling. So, yeah, I know. She's going to be so embarrassed when we show her this stuff at a later date, but that's okay. All right, honey, we're going to take you outside. Hang on.